Welcome to the Red Path Portal. My name is Trevor, and as the ancient Maya used to say, in Lakesh Alakin, which translates roughly to you are another me, I am another you. So what we are going to do in these posts is look at how to start a successful meditation or psychic circle. And I started this in 1987. I haven't only been teaching psychic circles, I've been doing my own development under the guidance of a master. So I'm going to start bringing some of this information through in some of the posts that will hopefully allow you to see where maybe you're going wrong or what you need to do to have these successful results, that you're able to see into the spirit world or receive visions that you're from the higher dimensions. So all around us is an invisible realm. So we look at the physical, the emotional or astral plane, the mental body, and the spiritual realms above us. All of it is intertwined within us. So the idea of meditating in a psychic circle is going to allow you to see a little bit into this realm, to receive some guidance from the higher worlds, and to just show you that you're not alone on your spiritual path. And if you are meditating, there can be real results. Not to just sit there in that darkness, but to switch a light on, or allow the visions in terms of light to filter into the wisdom eye or into the throat chakra, so that you're able to receive this and bring it into manifestation in this realm. So I don't think it's a difficult process. It's fairly easy to see. The challenge also lies in understanding the visions that are coming through, because we're going to need to understand, are you seeing the Akashic records? Are you looking at past events? Are you there? Are you in the future, in time and space, looking around the corner or seeing things before they actually happen? It's quite strange to see the future, and then as you catch up to it, those moments are unfolding just as you saw it. It's a bit of a twilight zone, but it definitely gives you a certain edge in your own spirituality, your own spiritual growth. So there needs to be some rapid growth, a technique on how you can develop safely in a group. All the members of the group should in some way develop. And yes, it's true that there's a small percentage of humanity that are unable to meditate for whatever reason. It's a very small percentage. Maybe their vibration is vibrating on a lower frequency. Maybe the younger souls, they're ready to conquer the earth before they focus on their spirituality. So there can't be any judgment. We each are fulfilling our matrix, our destinies, as it was written before we were born. So what we really want to do here is have a look into that matrix, going into your past life, going into the future, so that you get a better understanding of who you are, where you're coming from, who are the entities that are working with you. Is it guides and family members from previous lives? Is it a spirit guide that has chosen you because of vibration? Has your aura started to glow? And as the saying goes, when the student is ready, the master will appear. So as your aura glows from the higher worlds, the master sees it. And once that takes place, there's absolutely a phenomenal rapid growth. And so that is quite rare. You need to develop yourself. You need to achieve some kind of growth, not only psychically, but spiritually. In other words, there needs to be some kind of literature, some kind of information that goes with all of this. As I said, it's one thing trying to see visions, but one thing trying to interpret them. So because we could be seeing actual scenes from our future, and sometimes we don't know what that is, or we could be just receiving a vision that is symbolical, and in that symbolism, Spirit is talking to us, revealing quite a lot of information. They say a picture says 1,000 words. Well, it's exactly that. So I hope you're going to follow with me in the future posts. This is my first post, so I'm saying I'm probably going to repeat myself here and there until I get the hang of it. So please bear with me. But I do feel that you will find some benefit from this, or if you have a meditation class or you've been meditating on your own and you haven't been seeing after all these years, I feel that there should really be some growth much more rapidly. Some people take a little bit longer, but in general, within a few weeks, if not the first week, you should start to be able to receive some kind of wisdom from the higher realms, which in a sense is a game changer. It's almost as if you're in the dark, now you have this added knowledge, you're walking along the path, someone switches the light on, so your soul is allowing you to see where you're actually walking and you're not fumbling in the dark. And really this is the idea behind a psychic circle, to bring that rapid development into your consciousness, to open the light within the mind's eye, so that there is some kind of an alignment that's taking place within your consciousness, an alignment with the bodies, the astral, the emotional, mental and spiritual. And once that alignment comes through, nothing's really going to stop it anymore. You've achieved some kind of a step in your spiritual growth, and that is yours forever. So we all have these abilities. If we think of in the scriptures, where the God said, we made man in our image and in our likeness, according to the King James Version. So we have all these abilities to be godlike, or we have these spiritual abilities that need to be rediscovered or awakened, or just, to become aware of it, so that we can see that we can do this. In the ancient Maya religion philosophies, they talk about the gods creating man in the Popol Vuh, giving man all these abilities that they could see through time and space, see around the corner, really have these absolutely amazing abilities. But then the gods decided, well, it's too easy for us to just have these gifts. We need these gifts not suppressed, but what they did was they separated us, so that when we reincarnated into earth, in other words, when we took on a coat of skin and started these earthly lives, the idea behind that was that we would fill up our higher consciousness with all these experiences, so that we had this knowledge and not just these abilities. So now that we've had many, many, many lives, hundreds or thousands, lifetime after lifetime, we're going to start looking into the deeper matrix that makes up who we are, the different facets of your soul, and how we can dive into that deep place of absolute stillness, so that we can also start tapping into this knowledge and not let it just be for a few people, but that we can do it. So here, as I said, we're going to look at the hacks of meditation, psychic development in a group, and allowing everybody to experience these visions and this kind of phenomena, which is going to, in a sense, be a bit of a game changer. It's going to give you information that you never had before. You're going to receive information that no one else could have given you, unless it was through a channel or some other kind of medium, or if you were receiving it in a dream-like state. So I hope you're going to tune in. I'm going to look at the psychic circles, how to meditate, visions in terms of seeing things, past life, present, future, or just visions in terms of what we need to know about certain things in our life and how to actually interpret them. It's easy to see a vision, but sometimes more challenging to try and understand what is being conveyed from the higher worlds. And all around us is these invisible realms, these helping hands of spirit. As I said, those spirit guides, our ancestors, the higher beings in the worlds of pure light, that can come through a higher frequency, uplift this group's vibration, and at that moment we can also be receptive of this energy. So if you think of 7 people, for an example, sitting in a psychic circle, the circle is closed off, everyone is quite close to each other, and there's certain methods of how to open this portal and bring this energy down. So uplifting the vibrations of everyone's aura onto a higher frequency, activating the third eye in that moment, and allowing everyone to see. So also behind this idea is the leader of the group, whoever runs the group, whatever their abilities are, is how it's going to affect the rest of the class. In other words, if the leader of the group is able to see clairvoyantly, then yes, the rest of the group should automatically start seeing clairvoyantly. So we're going to look at this in a bit of detail, and you can also just think if your own energy, the magnetism in your own aura, all that power, now you're sitting with a group of people, all those powers combined coupled with quantum energy or energy from the higher planes, from the divine beings that are going to bring this energy through the portal and open it safely, develop safely in a practical, grounded manner, so that everyone can benefit from it, and you can start your own meditation or psychic class with rapid positive results. If you have a class and there are not these results, I'm going to look at different aspects to show you how to do it. And it really is a game changer, because it brings sort of life into something that nothing was really happening. So when you have this information from Spirit, we're receiving real answers in real time to what's happening in our lives. So we need to think carefully what our goals are spiritually, because Spirit is going to guide us subtly in our thoughts, the thought process, but hopefully we can go further than this and actually see what is really taking place in the matrix, who it is that's guiding us, what it is they wish us to know, so that we can further our path, and as we progress to that step, we can move on to the next step and start seeing that we're actually climbing up the steps of the pyramid, ready for our initiation. And when we talk about initiation, yeah, we're talking about, you've seen visions, you've experienced a few things, but we get to a certain point, like ayahuasca, where it magnetizes your vibration through the plants, and it takes you to that point of initiation. So what we mean by that is not just seeing, but going into these experiences, whether it's in the astral plane or the higher worlds of pure light, where your soul is capable of traveling through time and space under the guidance of the adepts or the masters or the higher beings. So we're going to look at what is the way to bring the highest energy possible that is able to guide us in our meditations and in our dreams, so that when you start to develop, you start to dream every night. And if you don't get the answers in your meditation, it does filter through in a dream matrix. And also, more importantly, how to understand these symbolisms, because in a sense, a dream symbolism can be different to that you're receiving in a meditation. So I hope you're going to follow me. I hope I don't repeat myself too many times. As I said, it's my first post. And once we go through the psychic circles and other forms of development, we're going to look at some more interesting things. So I hope you continually tune into the Red Path portal and follow me for some interesting tips and guidance in terms of how to grow and develop psychically.